Hello everyone and welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion. And here we are on the eve of the main draw of Indian Wells, the first ATP 1000, and I think the ladies' premiere of the year.
Of 2019.
Can't wait for this one. So this show today is going to be about the women's draw of the Indian Wells tournament. And we're going to follow today up with a busy day with another show for the men's or ATP draw for Indian Wells. Right?
Yes.
Carla and I spent a lot of time this morning looking at the women's draw. As soon as it came out, there are still some qualifying matches still playing with some heavy-hitting qualifying players too. But we're going to break down the draw from top to bottom, well, maybe more like section to section.
Right.
Otherwise, I think we'd be here for a couple hours. But nonetheless, we're going to break down the draw from start to finish. And then we will resume our next show today with the men's, as the men's draw has not been released at this point yet. All right, so real quickly, if you haven't been watching this show or our channel, we do a tennis racket giveaway for the major tournaments and some of the ATP 1000s, and we are doing in WTA Premier tournaments, and we are doing that for Indian Wells this year. So check out the link above. If you missed the rules or how to qualify, you need to subscribe to the channel and then put your picks in for your Indian Wells men's and women's brackets, and you can qualify to win the tennis racket. So if you missed the instructions, at around 4 minutes and 15 seconds into the video where I put the link above, we go over the rules, what you need to do in order to qualify to win it, and what our second place winners will receive as well, which is a set of YTEX strings of their choice. Great strings, great product, great company. So check that out just in case that you missed it. All right, Carla. So we have a lot to talk about today. So we're going to jump right into the women's draw for this Indian Wells tournament top half, starting with Osaka's section. You ready to go?
Yes. Well, obviously she's the #1 ranked player in this tournament, and she's the #1 player in the world as well.
Exactly. So what do you think Osaka is going to do or not do for this tournament?
I don't think she'll win it again.
You don't think so?
No.
All right, so starting off, we have Osaka with the bye. She is the 1 seed. Pardon the reflection in my glasses. It's a relatively windy, sunny day, so we have our window open. So if you see a reflection of our window, then pardon me for that. All right, so Osaka starts out with the bye, but keep your eye out for the player that she will meet after she resumes play from her bye. She has a Saisai Zhang or Kristina Mladenovic, who is TM's girlfriend, right? Mladenovic?
Yes, correct.
So both of these are good players. So depending upon how Osaka is feeling after this coaching change and everything else that she's been kind of in the limelight for after winning 2 majors, she may have a tough matchup right off the get-go against Zhang or Mladenovic.
Well, if Mladenovic wins, if Kristina Mladenovic, I have a hard time with her name, from France, that will be a revenge match. You do remember she lost to her, right?
Yeah. In
this last tournament we had. So, which was Dubai. She lost in the first round to this player. So do you think she'll come and beat her?
I think Osaka will. I wrote notes on my draw that between the two of those, Mladenovic and Zhang, that it's a question mark for me who wins that match. But I do have Osaka, again, she's in the second round with her bye. She's into the third round with the win there. So I have her into the third.
I think she'll do fine. I think her nerves will be gone. You know, she has a new coach, so I think she will get her match. She will get her revenge and win that match.
Now heading to the bottom of this little small section here, we have Danielle Collins, who did, as we know, very well at the Australian Open. Yes. And we have Eugenie Bouchard. Now, I personally think that I have a Collins maybe not doing it as well as we think she may do. I still haven't She had a great Australian Open, but I really think that Collins in this section is going to end up losing to Bouchard after Bouchard beats Flipkens.
First of all, I think Eugene Bouchard from Canada will have a tough times against Kirsten Flipkens. She is a veteran. To me, that's a toss-up match. I did pick Eugene Bouchard going through, but I think don't be surprised if she loses. And I actually have Danielle Collins going through since this is an American soil, and I think the American crowd will be behind her. I think she will meet Naomi Osaka in the next round.
I disagree there. I do not think Collins gets out of the first round. She may get out of the first round, but I don't think, or excuse me, she has a bye through the first round, but I don't think that Collins is going to get through the likes of Bouchard that I think will beat Flipkens.
Okay, well, we disagree completely.
So I have Osaka and Bouchard meeting in the third round.
Okay.
Okay? And who do you have Osaka meeting in the third round? You have Osaka meeting Collins?
Correct.
So you have Osaka Collins, I have Osaka Bouchard, and you have Osaka beating?
Osaka beating definitely Danielle Collins. She should. She's the #1 player. Why not?
All right, I have Osaka beating Bouchard, but I think that Bouchard could beat Osaka as well. Bouchard's coming back.
She's still modeling. She's still worried about the Instagram pictures. Sorry.
She's coming back. We both, though, on our draws on paper, we both have Osaka in the fourth round.
Correct.
But watch out for Bouchard.
Yeah.
Watch out. All right. Next section, we have an interesting section. We have Belinda Bencic, who came off an injury last year.
Switzerland, who just won Dubai.
And the other section, her other seeded player that she would meet would be Wozniacki. I personally am going to go ahead and tell you, I have Bencic moving all the way to the fourth round to meet Osaka at the end of the day.
I do as well. I have Caroline Wozniacki from Denmark beating Alexandrova Ekaterina from Russia. I think she'll meet Belinda Bencic and lose to her. She hasn't had a good year. You know, she's had quite a few injuries, and I think Osaka and Bencic will face in the fourth round.
Two interesting players, unseeded both in this section. You have Van Uytvanck from Belgium. She can hit you hard sometimes when you're least expecting it. Also, don't forget about Allison Risk in here, the U.S. player that took Pliskova very close in their last match that they played against one another in a tournament earlier this year.
Right.
So watch out there, but I have Osaka meeting Bencic. And then because of Osaka's coaching change and this whole dramatic set of events that happened after the Australian Open, I have a question mark next to Osaka and Bencic. But spoiler alert, I have neither Osaka nor Bencic winning their quarterfinal match, by the way.
Well, I have actually Belinda Bencic beating Osaka. I think that...
I can take that.
Yeah, I think that this 21-year-old, it's about time for her to make a stand. This is where she should do it. She did in Dubai. This is a bigger tournament. And I think she's capable of beating Naomi Osaka.
On my draw, I have Osaka, Bencic. Which one of them is going to win? Question mark. Which one of them can lose? But again, who they're going to meet, I think is going to beat either one of them. So we'll get to that.
Okay.
All right, so next section is really an interesting section as well. We have the top seed in the section, who is Sevastova, who's a tricky player, feisty player. Mm-hmm. We have Samantha Stosur in there. Again, she's a veteran. I don't think she's going to go very far, but if you watch this channel, you all know I like Stosur.
I have Samantha Stosur from Australia losing to Madison Brengle in the first round. So I don't even think she'll get through the first round.
It could happen. And we're going to break down how this goes, but here's a player that I like a lot in this section, and this is Annette Kontaveit. Kontaveit is a firecracker player. Kontaveit can surprise you, and it can beat anybody on the WTA Tour at any point in time. I like Kontaveit a lot. So going back up to the top of that section, I have Sevastova meeting Stosur. You have Sevastova meeting Brengle.
And then I have Anastasia Sevastova from Latvia winning. Yes.
So I have that as well. Ultimately, on the lower half of that small little section, I have Kontaveit rolling through her. Well, she has a bye to get going. Then she would meet the likes of maybe Rodina or Puig.
Or Monica Puig, yes.
But I agree with Carly here. I have Sevastova going into the fourth round as well.
I have her facing Annette Kontaveit as well, and then I have her Sevastova going up
beating
to the next
Kvitova.
round. Yes.
So we're identical there. I had Sevastova, Kvitova, with Sevastova winning that match. That's a good match. That's a really good match if it happens. All right, so going below to the next little section, we have Donna Vekic, Wawrinka's girl. What's up? What's up, Wawa's girl? Now, this is an important section where qualifiers. By the way, there's a lot of notable qualifiers, and they're still playing. We're doing this preemptive, so we can squeeze in the men's a little bit later tonight, and still do the things with the 5 kids and cook and everything else. Notable qualifiers that are still playing, they still have not yet made it in completely. I mean, they could lose today and not make it in. We have Vera Zvonareva, one of my longtime, I'm a big fan, long time, the Russian player. Tamia Basinski from Switzerland. She can be a really classy player, especially on clay, but hopefully she gets in because she's a fighter. We have Janina Wickemeyer from Belgium. Veteran. What about Sorana Sursti?
Another veteran.
What about Sarah Arani from Italy?
Yeah, after that dope suspension, she's playing tennis again.
What about Voltaire from Great Britain?
Katie Voltaire, yeah.
So all these players are not, again, I just reiterated some players that we all know that are in qualifying and they are still playing as we speak now. Okay, but watch out for them. And if any of these players filter into some of these sections where on our draws we still have where it says qualifier, then it's important who slides in there out of these players in qualifying because they can have upset alert, right? All right, so back down into...
we have Donna Vekic, who will either play a qualifier or will play Taylor Townsend from the USA. I see her going through with no problem.
I do too,
unless there's one of those qualifiers, veterans.
So I think in that little section we are going to have Vekic facing off against Pliskova eventually. Unless
Pliskova,
Carolina.
She will definitely face Carolina Pliskova, but I have Carolina Pliskova beating her.
I do as well. So we both have Pliskova going past Vekic, meeting Sevastova in the quarters, and who do you have winning that? Pliskova. All right, so you have Osaka meeting Pliskova in the quarterfinals. I have Osaka / Bencic meeting Pliskova, with Pliskova winning over either one of those players.
Well, if Osaka were to beat Bencic and face Pliskova, that would be a rematch of the Australian Open, where Pliskova said that she was lucky pretty much to win.
Because she played the best she could ever play.
Yes, but I don't think that will happen. I actually have Belinda Bencic beating Pliskova. I just don't see that girl doing big things with the two head coaches she has.
I believe in Pliskova's big thing. So I have Pliskova heading into a semifinal, and we'll get to who.
I have Belinda Bencic.
All right, man, that took a while to get through that top section, didn't it?
Yeah.
We got to roll.
Yes.
All right, so bottom section, we're going to start with Petra Kvitova, who is the number 3 seed, and all the way to the lower half of the draw, as this top half goes, we'll have Angelique Kerber. In Kvitova's section, we have the likes of Venus Williams playing Andrea Petkovic in the first round.
Tough match.
And I have Petkovic winning that match.
I actually have Venus Williams winning this match. I don't think the dancing girl can beat her. So I have Venus Williams facing Petra Kvitova from the Czech Republic. But eventually, Petra Kvitova winning that match.
I'm a big Venus fan. I'm a huge Serena fan. I'm a huge Venus fan. Always have been. But I have Petkovic winning her first round match, making some noise.
I don't think so.
We'll see what happens. Kaya Kanepi is in this section as well. Watch out for Kanepi. She would have to face potentially Julia Gergis, as Gergis would get a bye.
Where are you?
I'm right here on the bottom.
Okay. Well, I missed that.
I skipped Madison Keys' section.
We skipped Pavlyuchenkova. Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova from Russia, who would either face Maria Sakkari, because they're still qualifying.
Good player.
But I have her going through, Pavlyuchenkova, facing Kvitova.
I have the same thing. But no, I do have a note here that you have to watch out for Sakkari. Sakkari's a good player, but again, we've talked about this, and I'm not going to deviate into this again, but Sakkari tends to hit a lot of shots off her back foot, which costs time, anything, power, control, recovery time, and I think that because of this, she is going to get beaten by...
Anastasia?
Yeah, but again, you have to watch out here for Petkovic. Again, Kvitova, I think, is going to sail through.
But she wouldn't face Kvitova. I mean, she wouldn't face Petkovic. Petkovic is on the side of where Kvitova is. What?
No, Pekovic, and if Pekovic wins her first round against Venus, right?
Yeah, she would face Kvitova.
She would face Kvitova.
She's not going to beat Kvitova.
She could.
No, you're dreaming. You're like Stozier dreaming.
Okay.
I mean, Stozier, Pekovic. Who's the other one that you like? The German player that didn't want to step on the moth, but someone did for her.
Didn't want to step. Lazicki.
Yeah. All these three players. Nothing's going to happen.
Just because I like Lazicki and Pekovic.
They're not. You really think Pekovic is going to beat somebody like Petra?
It's possible.
No. Okay.
It's possible. All right. Anyway, I think it's a toss-up, by the way, between Pavlyuchenkova if she were to meet Sakkari. So in my draw, I have Kvitova obviously beating Petkovic on paper, but you have to be careful. Pavlyuchenkova against Sakkari. That's a coin toss. Tell me it's not a coin toss. I think Pavlyuchenkova will win, but Sakkari could. And then ultimately I have Kvitova winning whoever out of those two.
Right.
So if Kvitova...
Does it really matter?
No, I think ultimately Kvitova goes into the quarterfinals on paper.
Yes.
Disagree?
No, I agree with you.
So everything in between now and then is really non-existent, right?
Yeah. Well, let's go on to Madison.
Don't forget about Kaya Kanepi.
Let's go into Madison Keys, number 17.
No shot.
From the USA, she has a bye and she could face Mana Bartel, and I have her going on to the next round.
I do too. I'm with you totally on that one.
And then you have Kanepi playing against
Julia Gerges.
Johanna Larsson.
Starting out, Kanepi's going to win that match. I would be shocked if Kanepi did not win that first round match.
Sure.
Which would obviously set up a match between.
Well, it would be Julia Gorgas against Kanepi.
Exactly.
I have Gorgas going through, meeting Madison Keys, and then Gorgas beating Madison Keys because Madison Keys' career has just been going down, down, down. I don't see the desire for her to win.
I have a question mark here whether Kanepi or Gerges gets into the third round. I still have a question mark next to Madison Keys and what can she do. So I think this whole entire little section is wide open, but ultimately I think Kvitova capitalizes on anyone else in that section and rolls through to the quarterfinals.
Same here. Well, let's go on to the next one. Arina Sabalenka. She has a bye, could face either Aja Tomljanovic or Elise Cornet. I have Elise Cornet winning that match and still Sabalenka going through them. I had Cornet highlighted here for a reason. I agree with Carl on this one. I'm not saying Cornet will win the match, but I think she has a chance. I think that in this whole half of this whole section of the draw, I think it is extremely wide open for anybody. It's pretty wide open for any qualifier, any of these lower ranked players.
Now, at the bottom of this section, we have Kerber. I know she's been hit or miss here so far this year, but I have Kerber going really deep here. Serenko I like a lot, but I remember in a tournament earlier this year, I think she had a small ankle tweak or something, and sometimes the body doesn't recover that quickly, so I kind of left Serenko out. We have Carles Suarez Navarro in here.
Will eventually face Angelique Kerber.
Yeah, so in this section, bottom section with Sabalenka, Serenko, Suarez Navarro, a couple of qualifiers in there, and Angelique Kerber. I eventually have Kerber meeting Sabalenka.
I do as well.
Who do you have winning that?
I have Arina Sabalenka beating Kerber.
I have Kerber winning that. So we both have Kvitova in a quarterfinal. So you have Kvitova Sabalenka, and I have Kvitova Kerber.
Yes.
All right. So up top, that puts you by having Bencic and Pliskova.
I have Bencic beating Pliskova.
Okay, so you got Bencic going to the semis?
Yes.
I've got either Osaka or Bencic, who I didn't pick either or, playing Pliskova with Pliskova winning that. So you have who in the semis
Kvitova
up top?
Bencic against Sabalenka. No, I mean,
okay.
We already talked about that.
All right, so I have in my semis on the top half, I have Pliskova playing Kvitova with Kvitova winning that.
I have Kvitova beating Belinda Bencic.
All right, so we both have Kvitova going to the final.
Yes.
So we both have Kvitova in the final.
Yes.
All right, bottom half. Starting with the top section of the bottom half of the draw. Kiki Bertens, Petra Martic, Lynette Kanta, Su Wei Hasai from Taiwan.
Yes.
So where do you got this section going?
I've got Bertens going beating Martic and eventually meeting Sai. For then Bertens to win. I think Bertens will make it to the fourth round.
All right, same brainwave there. You have to watch out for Martic and Lynette in this section of the draw. They're both solid players. I do have a question mark next to Bertens even beating Martic up here. But just below this, I have a potential upset alert.
Okay.
Upset alert. I have Johanna Konta winning her first round match, right?
Well, I did have her winning her first match.
I have Konta beating the two hands on both sides of the court, Hasai from Taiwan. I think the two-handed forehand, two-handed backhand is a little too much, and I think Konta will take advantage of this.
Depending if her head's screwed on right that day.
Hopefully. I do have Konta meeting Bertens. She had Hasai meeting Bertens.
Yes.
And I have Konta beating Bertens and Konta making it into the fourth round.
You have too much faith in her.
It's time for a resurgence of Konta.
I don't see it.
I think she can do it.
Don't see it. All right, next one.
Konta to the fourth round.
Garbine Muguruza. She's your number 20th seed from Spain. In her draw, she has Lauren Davis, Anna Karolina Schmidlova, Vera Lapko, Victoria Azarenka, and Serena Williams.
Oh,
the number 10 seed.
Kind of a hot shot little section here with not a lot of top seeding, but there's a lot of top players.
I have Serena winning. Well, she gets a bye. She'll face Azarenka, Victoria Azarenka from the get-go. And I think Serena's way too strong for Victoria Azarenka.
What I think might be a good option for anyone that gets ready to watch this blockbuster match is to bring some earplugs and some ear muffs. Because the ear muffs absorb the grunt from Serena. And then those are for the ear muffs because they absorb vibration. And then you have
Well, she has a reason. She's hitting the ball.
But then you have to get the ear plugs inside to overcome the vibration of the grunt and then the piercingness of the shriek. So it's going to be like Serena going, oh yeah, oh, and then Azarenka going, ha, wee, bring your mouse earplugs, you'll be good.
Well, I have eventually Serena Williams facing Garbine Muguruza.
I have the
third round.
I have the same thing. Again, I don't want to dwell back on the past where we talked about how good Azarenka was looking fitness-wise.
I just don't think she's ready for Serena.
I don't think she's ready for Serena either, but it will be a blockbuster match. Big match on the women's side.
So how far do you have Serena Williams going?
I'm going to go ahead and lay it down. Okay, I have Serena going all the way to the final.
So do I.
But I don't want to skip some of the dramatics of the rest of the draw.
So I have Serena Williams facing Kiki Bertens with Serena Williams winning that in the quarters.
I have it being a really interesting match between Serena and Azarenka. I think Serena will meet Garbine Muguruza, and that will be a good match too.
No, Muguruza's game's gone down. I think it'll be quick. I think it'll be 2-2. It'll be done.
But because Serena's not still super fit yet, I think that will make it a better match than it should be.
I think it'll be 2-2.
I don't think Serena wins this tournament. I think she gets to the final. But again, if Serena's old Serena, pre-baby and super fit, and she'll get there, I think she would demolish Muguruza. But because Muguruza is as perilous as her recent past has been in terms of tennis, I think she'll make it closer because of fitness. I do have Serena winning that, and I have Serena meeting Konta. Konta, I'm telling you, could beat Serena. She really could, but I didn't write it down.
Serena losing to Konta?
I'm just telling you. It's been close before when they've played, but I do have Serena obviously getting through.
Okay.
So moving forward, I have Serena meeting Konta, Serena winning that, and then going down below.
All right, so next we have Elise Mertens from Belgium in that side, Alexandra Krunic. We have Amanda Anisimova, the teenager from the USA.
Who I like a lot.
Bernarda Pera from the USA. Qiang Wang from China. And Dominika Shobakova from Slovakia.
Interesting section here, guys. Interesting section, guys and gals, for sure. I have Anisimova as a wild card, right? Wasn't she a wild card?
She got a wild card, yes.
I have her going deep.
I actually have her beating Elise Mertens. But first, she has to play Alexandra Krunic,
which is a big match.
That's a big match.
Look, if Anisimova can get, or Anisimova, she's from Jersey, trains in Florida, right?
Yes.
If she can get through her first round match against Krunic, which is no easy task, Krunic is good.
Right.
I think that'll give her I think it'll give her the confidence to go deep.
Right.
I actually have Anisimova going into the third round. And actually into the fourth round and taking out Wang and Rao.
I have her going to the quarters.
So I'm with you. So we share that we think that...
well, you would have Qiang Wang. She has a bye, and she would have to face a qualifier, Bernarda Pera.
Yeah,
I think she'll get through that.
And I think she's good enough to beat Wang.
Yeah, and I think then she'll face Anisimova.
So we're on the same page.
Okay.
All right, so next section is an interesting one as well. So we have Svitolina, a strong girl, and another wild card, Canadian Andreescu, who I like a lot. And we have Sloane Stephens in this section. Who qualifies in this section where the spot is empty? The qualifier could be important, but I have Andreescu eventually meeting Sloane Stephens.
I do as well. I think that she will get through Svitolina. Svitolina had a hot time in the early 2000s. I think she got married. She doesn't have enough firepower, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I have Andreescu even beating Sloane Stephens.
I actually do as well.
And I have Andreescu beating Anisimova.
I have her losing to her. Unless she can call the coach 5 or 6 times, then she might beat her.
All right, so you have Serena and Anisimova in the quarterfinals, and I have Serena and Andreescu.
Yeah.
And still, it's a toss-up. It's a question mark. But, again, 2 wild cards. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I just think Sloane Stephens, she's out of shape. She hasn't decided who her coach is going to be. I think it hasn't been a good year for her. I don't think she'll do good at the Indian Wells.
All right, bottom half of the bottom half of the draw. Let's go. All right, so we have Svitolina, who is obviously happy with life right now.
She's doing great.
Her and Monfils look great.
She looks in shape.
And she's got a boyfriend, and he plays tennis, so it looks like life is good for her. So I'm going to give Svitolina her bye that she gets. However, my upset of this entire tournament is right here, right now. Yifan Wang, that just won in Acapulco, I have beating Kenin in the first round as she beat her in the last tournament.
I do not. I think Sophia Kenin. Nope, Justin.
And I have Wang beating Svitolina in the next round.
I completely disagree with him. I think Kenin will pull through. She will beat Wang. She will beat her this time. And then I have Svitolina beating Kenin.
Big match in the first round at Indian Wells. Yifan Wang, the Chinese girl that just won Acapulco, playing Sophia Kenin, the American. I have Wang winning that. She has Kenin winning that. Rematch from Acapulco. I have Wang looking so good since she won Acapulco that I have Wang beating Svitolina. I have Wang going into the 3rd round. Yifan Wang, not Chiang Wang.
Disagree with you.
Chinese players are getting really good.
Yes, they are. And then we have Mihail Busanescu from Romania. And then we have Diana Yastremska, Daria Gavrilova. So I have Yastremska beating
Gavrilova.
Yeah,
yes. I have Yastremska meeting up with Busarescu, and I have a question mark who wins that match.
I actually have the 18-year-old winning that match. I have Yastremska meeting up with Svitolina.
Busarescu, the Romanian, she can fight.
Yes, she can. But I think it's time for the new teenagers to take over. They're strong. They're powerful. They got the game to beat.
So you have Yastremska meeting Svitolina.
Yes.
I have Wang meeting either or Busarescu or Yastremska, and I have Wang winning that.
I have Svitolina winning that. I think with Monfils on her side, if she's getting some training, she looks stronger. I think she's ready to win a big tournament.
All right, so I have Wang going into the 4th round, and you have Svitolina.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's roll. Next section, we have the likes of Caroline Garcia. A couple of qualifiers again. Sorry, we don't have those yet. Jennifer Brady, the U.S. player that got a wild card. Tatiana Maria, who's a good player as well. Ashley Barty wrapped up in this section. I do have Garcia and Barty on a collision course to meet one another.
I have Jennifer Brady from the USA beating Caroline Garcia just because she can lose to anyone. But I have Ashley Barty from Australia going through, beating Brady.
Okay, so you have Barty going into the 4th round?
Yes.
So do I. Again, I want to jump on Garcia from the France's bandwagon, but she just never can do really anything big. She has points, but I haven't seen anything really big at this point. I do have Barty, the Australian, eventually facing up with Wang, and Wang winning that and getting into the quarterfinals.
I have Svitolina, Barty, and Svitolina winning that.
Okay, so in your your 4th round up there, you have Barty and Svitolina with Svitolina winning.
Yes.
I have Wang and Barty with Wang winning.
Okay, well, let's go on to the next one. You have Daria Kasatkina. You have Marketa Vondrousova, Lara Sigmund, Shuai Zhang. You have Victoria Kuzmova and Yelena Ostapenko.
This is the section. This is the section that tries to battle out the 2 top players, or 2 very top players at the top of the game that have had really recently bad results. Kasatkina and Ostapenko. Ostapenko won the French, hasn't done much since. Kasatkina was at the U.S. Open deep about 2 years ago. You like Kasatkina a lot.
This is whoever wants it bad will take it. Whoever wants it, we'll take it. And
So,
I have actually Kasatkina Ostapenko meeting with Kasatkina winning that match.
I wrote that too, but if there's one super open section that I wouldn't touch if I was a betting man, it would be this one. Kasatkina and Ostapenko, again, top-notch players.
Awesome.
But I have those two meeting really simply because of seating locations and numbers next to their name. Watch out for Siegemann, the German player. Watch out for Shuai Zhang as well.
Yeah.
I think anyone could get there, but on paper, I have Kasatkina meeting Ostapenko with Kasatkina rolling through at the end. All right, here we go. Last section.
Alexander Sasnovich. You have Katerina Sienakova, Barbara Strykova, and Simona Halep.
Yeah, on this one, it was relatively straightforward. I think out of all of them, Halep will go into the fourth round. Sasnovich has never really proven anything.
No, she has not.
I mean, that's also
open draw until they meet Simona Halep.
You could have, if Zvira, Zvonareva, or Sursti were logged down here as a qualifier, I think anyone would have a shot. I have Halep rolling all the way through to the semifinal, though.
I have Halep meeting Svitolina, and I have Svitolina beating her, yes.
Okay, so on the bottom half for me, I wrote it here along the way that if Halep is good, in other words, if she's mentally good, if she's physically good, she's not laboring, and she's gotten over Cahill and everything else, then I think she'll be fine. If she's good, and I know that, I mean, yeah.
We could say that about every female player.
Well, yes,
if she's good.
But Halep, if she's not lights on, spot on, it's a tough time. If she's good, she'll go into the final. But I have a question mark along her name the entire way. I do have Halep, though, beating Kasatkina. I have Halep finally taking Wang's Cinderella story out and beating Wang. And then I have Halep meeting Serena with Serena winning.
I have Svitolina facing Serena and Serena going to the finals against Kvitova.
All right, so we both ended up after all of that with Serena Kvitova finals.
And we didn't look at each other's draw. We
did not look at each other's draws at all. That's why I got dumbfounded at the top of this one because I got lost because I had big writing and little writing and everything in between. Anyway, all right, so we have the same final. Serena Kvitova. Who you got winning?
Kvitova.
I have the same thing. I have Serena Kvitova on the women's side with Kvitova winning as well. I think Serena may lose before this, but I definitely think that Kvitova is going to be a little bit too much for Serena still because of fitness.
Yes.
All right. So that's it. We'll see you shortly for the men's side. Please subscribe to our channel. Click a like below. Share our videos. All of our videos are available here on our channel, and we try to organize them the best we can into playlists, so check those out. And don't forget to submit your 3 out of 4 finalists that you think that will be in the finals of Indian Wells and at least one winner. And if you meet all that, you will win the tennis racket. So anyway, we'll see you later for the men's side. And as Carlo always says,
adios.